Let's look at the ambiguous cases of the law of sines. The law of sines does work for every triangle, whether or not it's a right triangle, but it does sometimes run into a problem that you just have to be aware of. Let's look at this example. Draw a triangle with angle 40 degrees. One side is 12 centimeters and another side is 24 centimeters. So we have an angle, the opposite side, and an adjacent side. Drawing this triangle, I used a ruler. We see that it doesn't actually make a triangle. The 12 centimeter side, with this angle being 40 degrees, the 12 centimeter side doesn't reach. This is an impossible triangle. So an angle, that side, and then the other side ran into problems. Here's another one. Draw a triangle with a 32 degrees angle, one side length 18 millimeters, another 24. And again, using a ruler and a protractor, I ended up with this shape. It's all good, right? We could solve the triangle. But I have this angle right here as being a larger angle and that side extending out. What if instead that side extended in? This is also a viable triangle. So what we've ended up with knowing the angle, side, and side, is we've ended up with two viable triangles. The law of sines, just applying it, it can give you a case where a triangle is not possible, or you could have two possible triangles. When does this occur? What should we watch out for? Well, if you know two angles, so if you know angle, angle, and then a side, that's not going to be a problem. Angle, side, angle is also fine. And what I mean by this is if we have a triangle and we know one angle, another angle, and then a side length, there's no problem. If we know one angle, a side length, and another angle, that's also not a problem. We can also do this even if we know side, angle, side. So one side, the angle in between those sides, and then another side. What is a problem is angle, side, side. Most YouTube videos are more polite than us and actually call this side, side, angle. But it's the same thing. It's where we know two side lengths and then an unconnected or uncontained angle. Angle, side, side could be one triangle, could be impossible triangles, or it could be two possible triangles. If you get just a junk answer, try using law of cosines instead. We are not really going to be dealing with these cases. There might be a problem or two where you look at the answer and you're like, what the heck? Use law of cosines. In this class, though, we're not going to be explicitly looking at the ambiguous cases in law of sines. So the takeaway, if you know mostly angles, use the law of sines. If you know mostly side lengths, use the law of cosines. Thank you.